with haste. Seems like a good moment to talk.
Go on up. Pay Gortash a visit. A fate to remember, I guarantee.
Telling you.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Way to the audience chamber.
Gortash has Ravengard on his side. That should help.
Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. Correct your tone, citizen.
Dearest patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, but a moment. The blade of frontiers graces our halls.
My father. He's here.
Crawling back from his bloody disgrace. It's my favorite assassin. Gods, you're a sight for sore eyes. Orin told me she made a fool of you. But I should have known you wouldn't go down that easy. Then she didn't lie. The past is lost to you. Let me clear up some mysteries then. We share so much history. You and I initiated this plot. We discussed in depth the failures of our predecessors and how to avoid them. We understood that if we were to unite, no one could stand in the way of the Dead Three. So, unite we did. First, we obtained the crown. Then we enslaved the brain. From there, it was but a small step to the most successful religious hoax ever perpetrated.
It seems so.
In Baal's name, you set your bloody daggers to cause panic in the streets, killing in the Absolute's name. You would have carried out that part of the plan, had Orin not ruined your hard work. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thor. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. The faithful will do anything in the name of their god. It was all going so well, until you vanished. Orin informed us that henceforth she would speak for the Temple of Baal, and act on their behalf. But she made a mess of things. Unlike you, she cannot control herself. Have you gone soft? I find that hard to believe. One's true nature always rises to the top. When Ketheric fell, I feared the worst. That our plans would fail like so many before because of discord among ourselves. Now you've returned. We can achieve all of our dreams still. You brought Thorm's Netherstone. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorms, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, a bleak prospect. But it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I renew our old partnership. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain. Baal isn't done with you, you must know that. You have effortless talents, killing instinctually like you breathe blood. Stand with Baal, or it will spell your doom. But I can offer some aid for the storm you're about to weather.
You should hear him out.
With Ketheric felled, Orin proves treacherous. She craves the Netherstones for her own, desperate to impress Baal. She only cares for blood, and your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all three Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. So I turn to the Scion of Baal. You are his dear prince. He created you to rule. Let's make our pact anew. A divine oath, sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
And my father?
The urge, the deplorably brutal urge sickens within you. When you level the world over, that dead world must be yours alone. But first you will rule, then you will ruin.
What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
An ally could be useful, at least for now. And when he's no longer useful, well, we can dispose of him then.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Then let it be writ by the Black Hand of Bane. I, Lord Enver Gortash, swear I shall do you no harm. We will rise together over Toriel as a roaring sun. Let me demonstrate why you made the right choice. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
An imposter? But who in the hells?
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. It's not. But it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. Orin is elusive, shall we say. The grip of the steel watch may be tight, but sand still slips through its fingers. Some conflicts are best resolved quietly. The people are cattle, obedient until panicked. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. The Baal Temple, your old haunt, now reeks of her ichors. Do you even remember how to find it? A shame. It's a secret even to me. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. Before you do, come and witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent?
Don't. You will only invite his ire and your own death.
A traitor's words. She means to fracture this council.
Watchers, to arms! The war of the Absolute has begun. Watch! Your time has come!
mind my
would still
step.
be stuck in the hells if it weren't for him.
Have you seen the tiefling? L2L's exiles, cast out by their own city. Precious
Lord
hero
Gortash is
liberated them
expecting
from one
you.
hell only to trap them in
Please
another.
make your way to the...
And away I go.
Stand down. Aggressive action will not be tolerated. The steel...
Dearest,
My father.
crawling, Orin told me she made a fool of you. But I should have known you wouldn't go down that easy. Then she didn't die. The past. So, unite we did. First, we obtained the crown. Then we enslaved the brain. From there, first, inside the faithful. It was all going. But she made a mess of things. Unlike you, she cannot control herself. We are brilliant. When Ketheric fell, next, together, we can still restore authority over the brain. Ousting Orin and helping you reclaim your birthright. With Ketheric felled, Orin, she only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters. Orin changes shape. She's tough. If Orin, I can't. So I turn to the Scion of Baal. You are his dear prince. For Thorn,
And
Yeah, but first,
what do you...
I can detect.
An ally could be useful, at least for now. And when he's no longer useful, well, we can dispose of him then.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help. Your camp is
an imposter.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly. Or some conflicts are best resolved quietly. It's a secret even to me. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, before you do, come and witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
No! Those watchers are liable to turn us into cat food if...
Sage advice. My steel watchers take unkindly to threats. You are of little use to me, dead. But dead is exactly what you will be if you arouse the ire of my steel watch. Then we proceed. The distinguished dukes.
Gortash, swearest that gathered guests. Grant ye consent, Gortash. The council appoints you.
My friends, the steel watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come in.
Seems simple enough. What's up for discussion?
What do you mean?
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
Any who dare speak ill.
I can't really glaze that pizza.
Pardon me for saying...
What now? Oh, for a skeleton key.
Nothing hurts anymore. These boots have seen everything.
Trust no one. With pleasure.
This guard caught you picking a lock. Perhaps you'd like to try the lock of your very own self.
Shall we cut and run? Step quick.
Battle favors the fearless. 2 steps at a time.
Got to press on.
You've made a grave mistake.
Hungry for the slaughter. Magnificent.
This is my time. No time to waste.
Imperative.
Let's see this done.
Imperative.
No mercy.
the only way out is through. Looking ahead. One day I'll catch a break. Anything of use? Better not be cursed. What's inside? I should speak up.
What do you want? You're the one pestering old men in cages? Now scram with your sourpuss. You're... for Baldur and...
When you've got flaming
Calm down, dear.
It won't happen, I swear.
Smaller.
Judging you.
Getting paid till I focus on my own job.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. Rude. I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible... By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? A little too eager for my liking. Well, we'll have answers soon enough. Mazora's gone to camp. We should speak with her. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to. Yes, and at a great cost. I won't begrudge you your choice. As for me, though, I'm not ready. I might never be. Thank you. I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the flake chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
Nonsense. Stelmane was no less worthy of life or success because she was disabled. Her death is no blessing. It is a calculated cruelty. Think about it. My father was Tadpole. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, you must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it. Mind flayers are like devils. They just sport tentacles rather than wings. Clever, manipulative, exploitative. The Emperor says he's a friend. I think we'd be fools to believe him. And maybe it's true. Maybe Stelmane allied with a mind flayer and subjected the city to their political will. Or maybe he made an offer she couldn't refuse.
We lost most of our herd to wolves on the way here.
Horrible, those gallows, aren't they?
Very well.
Shame no one's heard enough.
I told you you should
What's
have had
up for discussion?
Hello? Does anyone want to buy a gazette? Do you want a paper? I don't know how. I'm only 6.
No.
Do you want a paper? Oh.
This is a parameter.
Really won't feel it.
Thy wheel of fate, dost thou require a new ally? Oh!
God, this is the first time in 200 years I've seen these streets in this... You can forget just how much color there is in the world. Yes. Right. Sorry. What's next? thing that will decide my fate forevermore. Yes, it's been on my mind. Why? I hadn't really decided on the specifics. Obviously, we could stop the ritual, or not. What? I've obviously thought about it. If I was the one who completed the ritual, I'd have such power. And I could walk in the sun without fear I'd turn into a mind flare. Of course, I don't even know if I could complete the ritual. It may be impossible, but it certainly is tempting. I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant, too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike. Neither will I, darling. At least I hope you'll come along for the show. But regardless, the plan is simple. Find him, stop him from gaining almighty power, and then really enjoy killing him. And if I can seize that almighty power for myself, well, all the better. Don't look at me like that. I know what you're going to say. The answer is no. No.
Capability, alacrity, quickness. The feeling the world was made for you. Such is the potential of the illithid kind. He sees it, yet he fears it still.
Fuck off! I can tell what you're doing. You will not break me down. I had nothing for so long. Nothing. My sweet conflicted villain. What can I do for you?
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most...
Baldur's Gate. You know, I never quite believed I'd actually... It's so strange. I don't remember much of it. Yet I can't help feel like I know it. It feels like home. I suppose it is. Though the chance to savor the moment might be brief, given all that's still... I may have to rely on your local knowledge to plug the gaps in my own mind. Hopefully, I'll remember more than I expect to.
Of course.
Nervous, perhaps? When we entered Worm's Crossing, it felt like it might be the beginning of the end. Whatever happened, fine. What's on your mind? Even if I could have made it this far without you.
Welcome to the lower city, where Baldur's Gate truly comes alive.
Hi. I met you before, and, could we maybe...
Absolutely not. We've hit our quota for mangy strays.
But... I won't make it that long on my own. But... all right.
Shouldn't have made me your enemy. Let's see.
I met you could...
Absolutely not. We've hit our quota for mangy strays. At the ready.
Come to have a go.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form.
Gold first, then you can hit me. Charge too much, people hit you harder. Then they take the gold back. Besides, I've taken enough punches for free. So, you having a go or not?
I'll give it a shot.
you about 8 times now.
Your daughter is missing.
Yes, my daughter.